Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. It is the start of the weekend here in the Iowa Great Lakes, and a little bit of snowfall last night, but hey, it's still springtime. We're going to be talking with Andrew Fisher, the CEO of the Bedell Family YMCA, in just a moment, but Okoboji Broadcast is being brought to us by these great sponsors: Lake Regional Healthcare, an Avera partner in Spirit Lake, Brand's Law Office in Spirit Lake, Synergy Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Okoboji, Bloom and Leonard Agency in Esterville, and HP Insurance Agency with offices in Sibley and Rock Rapids, Ruth Van Locker on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake, Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake, and B Radiant Laser Skin Studio located in Lakes Dermatology in Spirit Lake. Well, Andrew, first of all, thank you for taking time to we're going to talk to our members of the Bedell Family YMCA and the community at large. Thanks for taking a few minutes with me.
Yeah, thanks for setting this up, Jeff. It's good to continue to have communication, and right now we're so disrupted. Everybody is at this point in time, and it just even seems weird being at the facility when there's not people here.
Yeah,
and it's been something too, just throughout this week, just reaching out, connecting to our members. Some phone calls, people you see on a daily basis, just to try to keep some normalcy in a time where the only thing that seems normal is getting some snow in March. And it's a really unprecedented time. I've heard that said on every interview I've ever heard throughout this piece, but there's really no playbook for how to handle this situation.
No, we're learning as we go, and that was one thing I wanted to say, Andrew. I'm the first to admit it. I certainly miss my time on the elliptical and walking the track and so forth, and I'm sure all the members of the Bedell Y and the Healthy Living Centers do as well. But I do know that you and your staff miss seeing those people and the interaction with the community at large, because that is such a big part of the mission of the Y.
Right. Our mission, you touched on it there, is to bring people together, create social connectivity, and in a time where you're actually mandated to stay away from one another, it is a challenge for us to continue to do the things that we value very highly in our organization. And with that, we're trying to get creative, putting out some virtual options for people to stay active while they're at home with their families. And even next week, you're going to be seeing some more things coming through social media platforms. The Bedell Family YMCA on Facebook will have a fitness group, fitness group or community. I'm not sure on the verbiage there, that'll be coming out, and you'll even see some familiar faces, some of our instructors doing some videos and things, which will be refreshing for people, because just as I was talking with Brittany Janisek this morning, being able to touch base with some of our class participants has been enjoyable for her, just as it is for them, and helping them with doing some workouts at home. Some of our traditional regular instructors will be doing that for everyone as well.
Boy, that's welcome news, and that was something I was wondering, how are we encouraging people to remain active? As it is in the winter around here, it's not good to be locked up in your house all the time, and certainly right now, although the regulations or the suggestions to stay in your home, but there's certainly ways to remain active, to keep yourself healthy, and it's wonderful that the Bedell Y is continuing, whether it's online or virtual, to keep that interaction with your members.
Yeah, it's important too, and we encourage people to reach out to us. Staff emails are available on the webpage there. If you're having questions of what can I do at home while I'm working out, feel free to reach out to Brittany. She'll respond to you. She's been helping people with getting creative with what they have around the home. Not everybody's fortunate to have their own home gym. And one of the biggest pieces, a lot of people like to come to facilities like ours because it gives them an opportunity to see other people.
Yeah.
And so it creates a challenge in two different ways for them.
Well, I know that your staff is reaching out to, in particular, the members they know so very well, and in particular our seniors, because let's face it, being there at the Bedell Y for a lot of our seniors, I see them there all the time when I'm there, and it is a huge part of their social life.
Yes, and everything that's happening is disrupting everybody's routines right now, and so much of that is part of people's routines, and I would urge everybody to continue to try to stay with routines the best that they can. just instead of coming to a facility to use a treadmill, let's get creative in your living room and find that time within your day to make sure you have some activity while you're in social isolation.
Yeah, and it's good for the body, certainly. It's also good for the soul and the mind.
Right. Yeah, and this is it's just been a challenging piece. Tuesday, when everything was requested to be closed to public, it just has had a major ripple effect across the board for everyone. And so we're just going to continue to look at how we can help during that time. We're continuing to work with the Department of Public Health, some local partners here on a couple different ways that the YMCA network can help. I know I was on some calls yesterday with some various nonprofits that are looking at trying to do some things to support. There is a new website that's up now called iglcoronarelief.org.
Yes.
Where it has some opportunities for people to let us know if there's a need for childcare, food, those kind of things, and then working with the networks in our community to support those individuals. And it's a challenging time for everyone. There's a lot of uncertainty at play, and I'd be lying if I said I know what our future holds the week after next. And the biggest thing that we would ask of anybody, just as we've been hearing across the board, continue to support your local community the best that you can, whether it be your local church, your local charity, or your local business. If you financially are able, continue to support those things, just so they're here through the healing of this crisis. And whether that be the YMCA or your favorite restaurant, just continue to support those things if possible.
So important to the continuation as we will get on the other side of this, Andrew.
Absolutely.
We will move past this, and we want those organizations to be as strong after it's over to continue to help the community as they were before this past Monday. On a personal note, like for Kathy and myself, we are continuing our family membership at the Bedell Y. We're continuing to give to our church, and I would ask those who give regularly to our nonprofits that support our community in ways that we can't even dream of to continue to do that, because the strength of our community is going to be how we get through this, and then that we're sticking together when it's all over as well. So just a personal note, as a former board member for 2 terms at the Bedell Y, I probably have a little more insight as to the impact that the Y has for our community. So it's a very strong thing for me, but I just want to implore to people, continue to support our Bedell Y and all those nonprofits and your houses of worship. This is a time when they need it as much as anybody.
I appreciate you saying that, Jeff, and you hit it right on the head. We're such a unique community, and we will be unique and beautiful once this is all done. And I fully believe we will come out of this stronger in a different way. We may all look different in the way that we do things, and I don't know what that looks like just yet, but I've been really excited about how our community has stepped up to this point. Just kind of the initiative that some people have taken to be creative, to support, and it gives me no doubt that we're going to make it through this in a very positive way. And hopefully summer gets to start a little early for us, but we'll see what happens with that. And we'll continue to do our part to try to provide help to people while they're at home. And the biggest thing is if there are questions that you have, things that you need, easiest way to get communication through us is through technology right now. Social media platforms, Bedell Family YMCA Facebook page is a great place to connect. info@okobojiymca.com is a great email just to ask questions, and we can get you answers in a timely manner. And right now, there's more questions than answers for all of us. The biggest thing that we are working on is preparing for when we're able to be open again, whether it be facility projects, cleaning, just different programming that will be ready to go when we're allowed to serve our community in that way.
Absolutely. And we're so thankful that you are still there, ready to serve and continuing to serve, Andrew, to you and the entire staff of the Bedell Y and in Camp Foster as well. So we look forward to that day. But thank you for your continued support of the community, and we will continue to support you as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some disruptions and postponements of events. Right now, we're in the middle of our annual Strong Kids campaign where we're raising funds for scholarships and programs, and those things will be important as this comes through. But our April 3rd event that was scheduled to be at the Roof Gardens has been postponed for now, and we'll get communication out on when we're going to resume that and have an opportunity to come together and celebrate the Y being here in our community.
Indeed. And we ask people to go ahead and keep tabs on your website, certainly on the Y's Facebook page, and keep looking for those updates on the things you're doing online, virtually, and even helping with the food and the daycare for children and so forth as we move forward, and we move forward as a community.
Absolutely. So thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you doing this and keeping the community connected the way you're doing it. We're going to get through this together in a positive manner, and I look forward to being on the other side of it very soon.
Very good. My friend, have a safe and a great weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff.
My pleasure. Andrew Fisher, the CEO of the Bedell Family YMCA, here with us today. We thank him for being with us, and we thank you, as always, for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast.